Hi all, today we're going to talk to someone who is not a part of the cult of Trump. In fact, he doesn't care if Trump lives or dies, aside from the fact that he has been making a living off of him for the past few years with his talk show, at least until last week. Things are about to change for him. Hi all, Yankee farm wife here. Dear Steve Bannon, so, what's up? I'm just kidding. I know what's up. Time to pay the piper. Well, of course, I have questions, but first, I asked my son, Matt, what would you ask Steve Bannon if you had the chance? Now, Matt's the one I talk politics with. My daughter, Bo, she's a labor and delivery nurse, and she's traumatized enough working in a big city hospital without actually paying attention to the news. But Matt, he's current on current events. And all he had to ask was, why? What was the freaking point of it all? Well, I have my theories. Now, I'm not a psychiatrist. I only play one on YouTube. But, Steve, have a lie down on the sofa. I hope that you're not allergic to dog hair, and let's get a little beach shovel and dig around in that old brain of yours. I'm going to hazard a guess as to what your diagnosis might be. Lucky you, you get 2 words of the day to play with today. First one, megalomania. Now, that is a delusional mental illness that is marked by feelings of personal omnipotence and grandeur. Seems like there's a lot of that going around lately. Let's examine this.
First, have you ever wondered why you would hitch your cart to that particular wrong horse by the name of Trump? What made you throw caution along with common sense, integrity, and a buttload of gooey spit directly into the wind? Now, I know your boss boasted that he loves the less educated.
We won with highly educated. We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
But you are not that. You did your undergrad at Georgetown and followed up with a Harvard Business School degree, for goodness sake. I mentioned this to my husband, a Yale man, who snorted and said, that explains everything. But like everyone else in the greater New York area, including many people whom I personally know who had done business with Trump, you knew that he was a con artist and a philanderer and a failed businessman and, well, way too much more to list, and ain't nobody got time for that. Not even a Yankee farm wife. Let's dig a little deeper. Did you think because you were so much smarter than Trump and knew really good words, the best words, that you could control him? Because controlling Trump is like tossing a dog leash on a Category 5 tornado. Category 6, of course, has only happened twice. Once when my son didn't do his bio homework for 3 weeks, and a second time when my daughter unwrapped Christmas presents, peeked, then rewrapped them. Pro tip, learn how to wrap gifts before you try that trick. Did you think that because you had learned at the feet of the master Teflon Don that nothing would stick to you? That's classic mega behavior. No, not MAGA. Mega as in megalomaniac. Now, when Teflon gets old and porous, it's the stickiest stuff on earth. Everything has certainly stuck to everyone around Donald, who is now rather old and porous himself. Now, I don't have time to list all his indicted and convicted cohorts. Never mind those who are incarcerated. There were so many hints for you to catch on to, Stephen, but you know, Harvard and all. Any Yale man would have figured it out sooner. Oh, wait, I beg pardon. Stuart Rhodes, founder of the Oath Keepers, sentenced to 18 years for seditious conspiracy. Yale grad. Huh. Seems nobody is immune to Trump's detritus. Unlike Marjorie Taylor Greene or Donald, you will understand the next word of the day I'm about to assign you. Don't be flattered by that. Really, it wasn't a compliment. Ready? It's an H word, and it does not stand for Harvard. Hubris. 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 Hubris comes from ancient Greece, meaning exaggerated pride or self-confidence. An interesting tidbit about the word from Merriam-Webster himself. English picked up on both the concept of hubris and the term for that particular brand of cockiness from the ancient Greeks, who considered hubris a dangerous character flaw capable of provoking the wrath of the gods. Hubris was often a fatal shortcoming that brought about the fall of the tragic hero. Typically, overconfidence led the hero to attempt to overstep the boundaries of human limitations and assume a godlike status. and the gods inevitably humble the offender with a sharp reminder of their mortality. Any of this sounding familiar, Steve? Because unlike Donald, you are smart enough to understand this. Millions of us are looking forward to July 1st, henceforth to be known as Incarceration Day, with similar delight to our anticipation of 7/11 or Trump Sentencing Day, which will now mean so much more to Americans than an inexpensive neon blue slushie. Kind of like how you guys ruined my January 6th birthday, but in reverse. Not that I'm bitter, but good luck taking it to the Supreme Court. But from where I stand, I think you've provoked the wrath of the gods, and it's time for a sharp reminder of your mortality. Well, Steve, have a great day. Sincerely, the Yankee farm wife.